Hey guys, it's Sunday, April 18th, and anyway, found out how deep it was off that gravel bar up at the fish dam site. It's over your head. Anyway, I went down the river a little ways. I finally did it. So anyway, thankfully it was a relatively warm day. So anyway, let's get to what some of the things I found recently. These are some bigger palm grinders. Not sure what this material is exactly. I think it's quartzite. Anyway, decent one here. And chipped out in the front there and darkened where your fingers would go. Be held like that. On the sides the same. Pretty nice piece. There's one's kind of worn. There's a grinding surface there. Darkening right there. The edges are really worn on this piece. Be held like that. Here's one here. It's a little bit different style, and you've seen these before. Grinding surface there. All polished. This one would be like kind of a single finger, index finger, kind of held like that. See some of the darkening on the top there. That one's in good shape. It's a pretty nice piece there. Here's a whole bunch of polishing black stone pieces that I found. We won't go through all of them, but anyway, these are all polishing pieces. This one's pretty neat looking. It's got a bunch of little different facets on it, but I think that was the main edge there that was used for polishing. Just finger held. Little cube. The darkening around the edges, that's where it was held. Here's some mostly out of quartzite polishing pieces. That's a left-hand piece. Thumb would be right here. Another little left-hand piece. I found this off a little side creek. I really like this piece. Thumb notch right here in the back. Be held like that. I think that's granite. A little right hand piece here. Back here where it's really dark and chipped out. Thumb would be there. Finger on the top here. See where it's been worked off here on the side. Here's some smaller pieces here. This is a real low grade quartzite. Some of these pieces probably used for polishing off pottery. Here's one that's made of granite. Here's a little quartz piece here. This has been cupped out right there. This for your finger. Be held like that. Chipped around the edges. A little quartzite piece here. Been held like that. Some pieces of pottery here. These are older here. These actually have a type of glaze on it. These are probably not near as old. Not sure about this piece. These pieces here with you see the inner part of this is actually imprint from the basket. These were actually basket formed pieces of pottery where they pressed the clay into the basket and then burned the basket away. This is the way they made it years ago when they first started making pottery. These could go back 3,000 years, these pieces. Anyway, not real big pieces, but it's kind of hard to find, at least where I'm looking, any really good pieces, big pieces. This is this green stone that I find a fair amount. This is a big piece of it. You can see it's been notched out of the back here. They've been taking material off the back of this thing. It's pretty cool. Little strike marks back there. But I'm almost coming to the conclusion that they use this, they ground it up and do a powder, and I think this is where there's some, may have been their fingers were held right here, and they just ground it on this side. Used it for something, I'm not so sure what, but maybe paint or municipal purposes or something like that. It's a little small chopper, black stone chopper. Be held like that. A little chopping edge on it. And this one's really worked on trying to make this piece comfortable. This is a left-hand piece. This is going to be your thumb notch, and your other fingers will go in on this side. Actually, it'll be held like that. This is going to be the top. Actually, it's right hand, I'm sorry. It's like that. There's where the finger went, tip of it, the little indentation. I like really trying to find out how these things were held. Sometimes I'm not always right, but probably just used for grinding. Put a little bit of oil on this piece here. It's what I call tiger stone. It's a real hard material. It's a polishing piece. It's got a lot of different facets on it. One here. Of course, that's a main surface there. Here's a quartzite polishing stone here. Excuse me, quartz, not quartzite. A lot of patina on it. It gets yellow looking. This stone, and it's without the patina on it would be as white as this this mat here. A notch there for your thumb, be held like that. Pretty smooth there. Not so much of this side. Sometimes it's hard to pick these pieces out. It's like a regular rock, but it's not. Something similar. All been chipped out. All that darkening around this edge is from the fingers and the hands. This is an old piece here. Got a lot of wear on it. This hammer stone here, where it's notched out here, that's where your thumb would be, index finger right there, and that dark and smoothing area. And your other finger right here on the back will be held just like that. And that clears your fingers, and that side right there is where they struck other rocks with. There are kind of two ways that you can figure out how these things are held. You can look at these darkened areas and these smooth and chipped out areas, or you can look at the wear points on it, and the wear is right here. So you know they're not going to be handling in where the wear is, because that's the end that they used, or the part that they used. But so it's kind of two different ways. You can either look at the darkened and the smoothed out, notched out areas, or you can try to find the wear points on it and go from there. Either way works. I think this is a type of hammerstone. I'm not real sure, but it's kind of a little unusual. It's top of this thing's been all pecked out. I don't know what. This little dome part here has got a edge pecked all the way around this thing. Not sure why. And I'm not sure that this is a hammerstone. I don't know for sure. Just an interesting piece. Scraper out of black stone. Nice edge on it. See where they've worked it down in here. See on both sides. It's thicker on that side. Little cupped out stone here. I'm not this quartz side. I'm not real sure what. This could have been a walnut stone to crack walnuts, but it's not that heavy. Usually they use a little bit heavier stone, and that would probably be a lot darker in there, but I don't know. I don't know. It's the mystery of it all. You don't know everything. You don't know a lot, actually. It's got a little bit of a notch right in here. It feels comfortable like this, so they could have used it cracking walnuts. I'm not sure. If they did, they didn't use it long, because it would have been really dark in there if they had used it a long time. And these are braiding tools here, just different kinds. So this stone has really been smoothed off all around the back side, just been chipped off here, chipped off there. And this is a really rough surface right here. This stone would have been held like that, and they would rub this stone back and forth on a pole, or maybe a large spear stick, probably smooth it down, or either take bark off and knots off. That's just like a heavy grit sandpaper in there. That's the way it feels. But that's what that stone was used for. Hold it like that and then rub it back and forth. And here's another piece here. This was probably more for like arrow shafts. You can see where it's been all chipped out. It's black stone. This would have been a left-handed piece. And there's a thumb notch in there. And it would have been held like that. And they would just rub across those shafts and take the bark and knots off. This is a very similar piece here. See how dark it is in here. It's from a sap. It's black stone. Pretty piece. Another piece of black stone. A little bit different idea here. You run that shaft through there and take off the, see how dark it is and stained. Nice little tool. Alright guys, that's all I got today, and I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll try to stay out of the river, keep my head above water next time. But anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Appreciate it.